Hey guys, it's Friday, August 21st, about 9:50 in the morning. I decided to make another video. I had my 6 months on T anniversary about 2 days ago, so I decided to make an update video. Since I haven't been, updating since I started T, I'm just gonna kind of run through everything that's happened so far in this past 6 months in terms of like the changes I've seen while being on T. Um, I do plan on making a video later today that'll hopefully go up later in the afternoon with some tips I use on passing and like how I pass. Um, so to start, I didn't really, the first month on T, I kind of noticed my face started squaring out more. Other than that, there weren't many changes for me. About 2 months is when I started noticing that I was putting on a lot of muscle, and again, my face started squaring out. My voice started to get a little bit raspy, so to me, I sounded like I was sick all the time. Um, and then around 3 months is when I noticed my first significant voice drop. I noticed that my voice had dropped a little bit. To me, it sounded like I just had a cold, like I was sick all the time. But to everybody else, like they said that my voice had started changing. Talking to my girlfriend, sometimes she'd be like, "Oh, what's going on? Like you don't sound like you anymore. Like you sound really different." I also, with the voice change, I noticed that my voice started cracking a lot, so I sounded like an adolescent teenager. Um, and then around 4 months, I started noticing that I was getting an Adam's apple, so I had this feeling in my throat that it felt like I was always choking on something, so I'd always feel like I need to constantly clear my throat, when really it was just the cartilage building up, getting thicker. So I kind of have an Adam's apple. It's not really visible, but if you feel it, it's there, which is nice. And then around 5 months, I noticed that my voice had dropped a lot. I was around 5 months when I did my first introduction video, so my voice sounded significantly deeper than it did when I started T. I also noticed that my face had changed a lot. It got a lot more square. I used to have a really feminine round face, and now it's kind of more masculine. It's squared out more. Um, I also noticed a lot of weight gain. When I first started T, I weighed around 110 pounds. I was going to the gym and stuff, but I'd gotten out of a really stressful relationship, emotionally, physically, so I was kind of recovering from that, and I was super skinny. Right now, I weigh about 135 pounds, so I've put on about 25 pounds of muscle. I also go to the gym 6 times a week. I work with a trainer, and I do like a split routine. So one day I'm working out my shoulders, biceps, and legs. The next day I'm doing like my chest, back, and triceps. So I'm able to work out a lot and get all of these small muscle groups, which is why I've put on a lot of weight so quickly. Um, Around six, so this past month, I've noticed that my hands have changed. My hands have gotten a lot wider. My palms have gotten a lot wider. I used to have really skinny, narrow hands, and now they're kind of bigger. I've also noticed that my feet have changed. I used to have really, really narrow feet, and now they've gotten kind of wider. So for me, it's a little weird because I look at my feet and I'm like, oh my god, like what the heck is going on? Like, yikes, my feet are getting wide. This isn't good. But I know it's just that my body's changing, and it's part of what's happened while I've been on T. I've also noticed that my voice has dropped a little bit even over the past month. I sound a lot deeper to myself. I don't sound like like I have a cold, or I don't feel like I need to clear my throat as much as I used to. Earlier, when I was noticing my voice change, I would try to clear my throat and realize that it does nothing. So I'd be clearing my throat every 5 seconds, when in reality it wasn't really doing anything for me. It was just my voice was changing. I've also noticed that I've started to grow facial hair, so like I don't know if you'll be able to see, but I've got a pretty nice mustache going. And I've gotten some hairs on my chin, which is really nice. Obviously, I don't shave all that often, so when I go about 2 to 3 weeks with no shaving is when I can start seeing it. Funny story. So I think 2 days ago I was like rubbing my hand on my cheek and I felt a really rough hair and I was like, what is this? So like naturally, me being who I am, I pulled it out and I was like, oh my god, I have my first like real facial hair. Like it's dark, it's coarse. Holy crap. This is huge and it's on my cheek. I wasn't expecting it, so it was super, super exciting. Um, but yeah, so that's so far been what happened over the past 6 months. I have noticed a lot of physical changes. I've also noticed some emotional changes. I can't articulate my emotions as well, so like I'll be talking to my girlfriend and I'll be talking to her about how my day went and I talk about how somebody made me mad, but I don't exactly know why I got mad, or I can't say the exact moment when I'm got mad, and it's not really that I'm mad, it's just mad is kind of like the closest emotion I can describe to what I'm feeling. Or like I'll be upset about something, but I'm not sad. I'm not exactly sad about it. I'm not. I wouldn't say that I was upset about it. I just didn't like what happened. I don't know. It's really weird because I used to be able to pinpoint my emotions all the time. I used to be like, yeah, I'm mad. Like, yeah, I'm sad. I'm happy. And now it's like, mad is kind of the closest feeling I can give to what I'm feeling. Or like sad is the closest thing I can say to what I'm feeling. It's not actually what I'm feeling, but to put it in perspective for somebody else, that's like the closest thing I can, that's the closest emotion I can give them so they understand. I've also noticed a slight increase in my aggression. I've never really been, I've never really been an angry person, so I don't really have problems with controlling my temper and stuff, but I've noticed the longer and longer that I've been on T, the harder and harder it's getting. I find that if I get mad about something, I have to walk away and calm down before I can talk about it. I need time to think about what happened so I can talk about it. But I haven't had a full-on rage mode yet. So that's good. I'm hoping it doesn't happen. Um, that's pretty much all that's happened, really. I mean, emotionally, I feel a lot more sane. I struggled with depression. I shouldn't say sane. I feel a lot better emotionally. I struggled with depression a lot, and getting on hormones has helped with that because now I feel like I'm on the road to getting to where I am. Sometimes I struggle a lot with dysphoria. Obviously, the top dysphoria with my chest is really, really bad. If I'm having a really bad day, I don't feel like I pass at all, even though I probably am passing. But to me, I'm like, I still look really feminine. I still sound pretty feminine, even though I don't at all. It's just kind of an internal struggle. I still, even 6 months on T, I still struggle going to the bathroom. I don't know what it is. It's just, I feel like I don't pass in the bathroom, like I freak out when I go into the bathrooms. That's a whole nother video that I'm gonna make about it. And I've hopefully gonna get a consult with a top surgeon. I've been doing some research. I found a doctor out in Madison who I'd really like to go to. He seems pretty reasonable in terms of price, and he seems like a pretty nice guy from what I've read about reviews, and he does really, really nice work from what I've seen in his before and after pictures. So hopefully I'll get in contact with him. I'm still saving. I've been saving for a couple months now. I want to say like 3 or 4 months, and I've got almost $2,400, which is pretty awesome. Granted, I've been putting about $400 to $500 away a month, so that sucks because it's kind of like now I'm living paycheck to paycheck when in reality I really don't have to. But if you've got a goal, definitely work towards it, and that's what I'm trying to do. Like I'm trying to work towards my top surgery. I know that this is one of those huge, huge steps that I need in order to feel more complete. But in terms of my depression and everything, I feel pretty comfortable. You know, everybody's got their bad days, so I'll still have my bad days. But overall, I'd say so far I'm pretty happy with where I've come in my transition. I've come a really, really long way, and I hope to continue to grow as a person and to grow physically. You know, I've got some goals that I want to hit, and I'm hoping that over the next couple of years I'll be able to make them. Um, let's see. I also have found that I'm motivated a lot more. I have a lot more self-motivation, and that I'm able to get up and do things that I normally wouldn't be able to do. I have a lot more energy too. That's one of the pluses I've found. I used to want to lay in bed all day, and now I'm a lot more active. I'm happier, and it allows me to be more active, be more social, you know. And yeah, so that's pretty much my updates. So please, please, please feel free to watch. Leave any comments or any sort of questions you might have for any sort of video in the future. You know, I need ideas to go off of. It'd be really awesome. Please, if you're struggling, you know, feel free to reach out to me. I'll put my Tumblr link in the description. Please feel free to ask me any questions or send me any messages. You guys should also check out my friend Ryland's page, the Ryland Files. He makes some pretty good videos, and he brings up some really good points that have actually even helped me in my transition. So you guys should definitely check out his video. And like I said, hopefully I'll be posting another video in a couple hours. I've got some things to do. Gotta do some life things before I can make another video, but that's all I've got for you guys right now. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.